This is the KG Pliers Multitool. I'm going to do a little video and show you guys a little about it. First things first, it folds up pretty compact. You can see there it is compared to my hand, and it's not too big to actually put in your pocket and carry around. You can see we got the KG belt clip on it so that, like I was saying, you can actually everyday carry it and not actually be dangling around in your pocket. And it's right there. Whenever you need to reach down and grab it, you just pull it out. Whenever you go to fold these things out, that's when it really turns into your standard pliers. And these are actually spring loaded, so it makes working a little bit easier, I think. On the pliers head, it's pretty simple. It's kind of like a needle nose on the front. Right here, it's a little bit bigger, so you can wrap around bigger bolts and stuff, get a good grip. And then right back there, we have some cutters with a special little indentation so that you can get a better grip on wire and stuff. Just to show you, you reach in there. Once the wire gets in that notch, it's pretty much game over. You just clamp down. It cuts it right off. So moving away from the pliers, we'll actually fold it back down and show you all the multi-tools on it. My personal favorite, these scissors. I fish a lot, got to cut fishing line in pretty precise places. So you just flip it out and then flip it back. And now you have yourself some spring-loaded scissors. And one really big feature that we actually added on these pliers and multi-tool is, check it out. All of the utensils are actually locking. So it's not if you got the knife out and you're doing this or something, it's not gonna fold back up and hurt you. Because like I said, they're all locking. And to unlock them, you just come in here, press this button right here, push it, and then it unlocks them. So the scissors, honestly, they're my favorite part of the multi-tool because I just cut little things all the time. The next one we have right here, once again, locking for all the multi-tools. It's kind of like a serrated blade right there. It's pretty sharp, but it's not necessarily the saw. Now, why is it not a saw? Well, because there's already another saw in here. Moving on to this next one, this one's really cool. It's a small flathead screwdriver. There's all kinds of things, especially nowadays, that has little tiny screws. And that's what this is really good for, because it lets you get in there and get after it. This one right here, the next multi-tool is actually like a bottle opener / can opener. This one's actually like a heavy duty can opener. It's even got a blade that is sharpened, and honestly you could probably cut somebody with this if you had to. So right there's a multi-tool in and of itself. And then the last one on this one is the traditional blade. Now this one, guys, it locks in place so that it can actually be a really functional knife. That way you don't have to worry about it folding up on you. You can actually do some really good stuff with this, and it is indeed pretty dang sharp right out of it. So straight up, I love the KG pocket knife. But if you're really trying to get a lot of things done, maybe the pliers might be better, because you've already got a knife blade right there. Moving on to the other side of the multi-tool, we'll start off with this. This is a file so that you can actually file things down, whether maybe you need to sharpen something, sharpen a hook, file down a blade. Then on the other side, we got a little measuring thing. Goes up to about 2.5 inches, nothing crazy, but it is just something there to work with. On the next one, this is where we have another flathead, but this one's actually a little bit bigger, you can see, and it'll even double as a bottle opener right there. Then we flip over to the next one. This one's the screwdriver, the standard Phillips head 4-way, whatever you want to call it. But, you know, that right there tackles most of your 4-way needs. And then lastly, we have the actual saw. Now, this is a very toothy critter, I will say. And if you really need to cut something, this thing right here can do it. I tell you what, let me find something. Let me just cut it. I just really like using the saw. You wouldn't think it can do much, but this thing can actually do some damage.
Just get about to get hot out here, boys.
Yeah.
Look at the little stick.
Here's a little stick. I'll try right here on this stick. Obviously, it's not a giant stick, but just so you know, boom. You just sit there, steady pressure. Don't push down too much. Just keep going back and forth. And before you know it, boom. You got a pretty slick cut right through there. And that'll work for one even up to this big. And it'll honestly work all the way up until about something that big. Obviously, you don't want something to take up the whole blade, but about that big, you can still get right through it if you need to. And even bigger if you really know how to use these things.
Yeah, there's like some technique where you can get.
Yeah, but yeah, straight up right there, it's a super portable pliers and multi-tool. Honestly, I think it's perfect for fishing, and even perfect for everyday carry if you're just doing some things like that you might need a little bit more than a knife. I keep one in the Defender, one in my truck, one in my backpack, except the one I fly with, because that's illegal. I mean, it's a pretty well-rounded tool, and it can do just about anything if you really know how to use it. But yeah, there's the new KG pliers. It's a huge upgrade from the last version, and if you grab some, I think you'll be really happy with them, because I am.